Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we come to you tonight in this little video I'm making for you, it's not because I'm asking for money like Charles Goodson or any other reason of that matter. It's simple. Charles Goodson, the commanding general of the new Confederate Army, has attacked our Facebook group, the Defenders of the Confederate Cross, once again. He's done so by calling us neo-Nazis, KKK people, Klansmen, fascists, and so on and so forth. It's belittling to us, but it's actually childish for him, a man who claims to be a general. And so he was ranting and raving today when he was calling all of us Klansmen. And to get to the point, let me read you what he said. He said I disrespected him. The Southern nationalist also disrespected him. And you want to know what my price for cooperating then? Well, first of all, let's go ahead and get it right. I'm not a Klansman, not a racist, not a socialist, not a fascist. I didn't cooperate with anybody. I didn't get in bed with anybody. They didn't promise me anything. I haven't talked to any of them. And then he goes on to say that one of our higher-ups, Robert Lee Anthony, came to him wanting to get rid of me, but his honor and all that. And then he said, I supported you in the beginning and sent people to you touting you as a good, honorable Southern gentleman who only liberates the Confederate States of America, even though he was advised not to. He said he still supported me. I let you advertise my group, which I could have stopped it. I let you do these things because I thought you were honorable. I guess I thought wrong. The money I spoke of would have helped not only the NCA, but also your group. Most of your money came from endorsements of you and your group, so in reality, you have me and the new Confederate Army to thank for your success. No, we don't. Let's just go ahead and back the thank Charles Goodson bus up. What we did, we've done on our own. You didn't set out in fundraisers and county fairs and festivals and stuff and raise money. We did. We did all that work. You didn't recruit people. So you can sit there and town your own whistle. You have me to thank. No, we don't. Well, the only thing we get you to thank for is every time you come and run your mouth on our website, we get more members and we get more money. So yeah, please keep coming and running this. Talk is cheap in this town, and I got a lot of money. He goes on also to say, I'm no longer on your side. I no longer count you as a friend or an ally. I count you as a Southern nationalist and sworn enemy of the Confederate States of America. I put you in the same league as Pat Hines, whoever that is, Robert Lee Anthony, who, by the way, are members of the KKK. We've done background searches on all of our members that are active, physical, tangible members, and none of them are in the members of the KKK. So I asked him, and obviously he can't keep who asked what straight, because he's a bambling old fella that just bumbles on and bumbles on. It just makes no sense. So I asked him, what did I do to disrespect you? And he posts something that I posted on his, and basically it's just me asking him, how's he going to liberate the Confederate States of America using peaceful methods? And he goes on to say, and let me find where it's at. Well, he didn't put it on there. Let's see. But he didn't put his response on there, but if I can remember his response, he wants to raise money to buy newspaper ads. That's right. He's calling me a Klansman and unforgivable names. But this guy he wants to buy newspaper ads. He wants to ask you for your hard-earned money to buy a newspaper ad. He said it was going to be a front page ad. So people would have to see it and read it, but then we would all look like fools. You're not going to persuade people to join us by saying, no, this is the lies, this is the lies. And back to the point about the funding, you got people to fund us. If the same people you asked to fund us, why didn't they fund you? Just scratching my head on that one. Wouldn't they fund you? And in an earlier post that you put on here about how we screwed you over, and it was our fault that you didn't get the money that you went out to get on your own dime, as you recall it. And I don't even know if I can find that post on here or not. I'm not going to go back too far. But, let's see. No, I'm not going to go back. I can't find it. But you said it was either $25,000 or $250,000 that you said you were going to try to get from someone wherever you're at, and it was going to, you was going to share it amongst the groups. You was going to give some to this group, you were going to take some, and whatever else you was going to do with it. I think it's funny that you say that now, but none of the leadership in this group, including myself, was aware that you were talking to anyone about getting any very large lump sum of cash. So I'm asking you, why wasn't that? It kind of makes it look suspicious. Maybe you was going to get either $25,000 or $250,000. I don't really know what the amount was. I can't remember it off the top of my head. You posted it, so I guess you can retort and tell. But no one was made aware of it, so it makes it look like you're kind of just trying to take it all yourself. But to each his own. But the reason why I'm on here is not to degrade the new Confederate Army. That's not the reason. I don't have to degrade anybody to make myself feel. I don't have to call anybody a fascist or racist or anything. Matter of fact, in one of your radio shows, you said someone called you a racist. You said, prove it. So I'm asking you to do the thing. Prove that I'm a racist, fascist, Klansman, all this good stuff. Prove it. You just use the same tactics as the SPLC and the NAACP does by attacking someone's character that's not so. Also, the rules for radical books says you demonize them and tear them down before you can basically take over. And that's what you've done, because you claim to be Jewish. I don't know if you, it don't really matter to me, but then you attack me, say I'm anti-Jew, and that this group, the Defenders of the Confederate Cross, is anti-Jew. That is what's it called? It's a liberal tactic, a Yankee tactic. So, I mean, you drew first blood, so here we go. The reason why people are not funding the new Confederate Army isn't because that new Confederate Army doesn't have a good idea. They're doing it because you. They're not funding the new Confederate Army because you went online and you said you got fired from your job a month or something after it happened. You did this online. There's videos of you doing it, so you cannot dispute this. And you said it was for political reasons, but that's neither here nor there. A few weeks later, maybe a month later, you said you needed some help paying your phone bill. A few days later, you said you couldn't pay your phone bill, so you had to pawn your computer to pay your phone bill. Well, you did that, and you went to the library, and you still own the public access computers. Then a few days after that, let me go back. During all that, I said, what do you need? And you said, only thing I need, Joshua, is $70. You were soliciting not money for the new Confederate Army, but then for yourself, for survival. Then a few days later, you got your computer out of hock, and you said, I need gas money to go to somewhere in Texas or Louisiana to look for this job interview. I got it. If I just get down there, I can have the job. It was on a shrimp boat or something. I don't even know if you got that job. I don't know. Once again, you were still soliciting money for the new Confederate Army, but as well as yourself. And I'm a business person. I understand business very fluently. And in the business world, I'm not giving money to someone that's not financially unstable. You know, if you're financially unstable, then your organization is going to be financially unstable. And which is proven to be that. You've even said yourself, the new Confederate Army lacks funds to do these things necessary. So, how are you going to ask anybody to donate money to you when you're financially unstable yourself? I mean, they're going to look at it and say, maybe this guy's not doing the money what he said he's supposed to be doing with it. Now, am I saying that? No, I'm just putting it out there. That's what the common thought is. The common thought is that you're a thief, scumbag, scam artist, con artist, and etc. Now, I'm not, you got to prove me wrong. You come asking to see my books. I don't have them here at the house. Our treasurer has them. We have several receipt books. It shows exactly where our money comes from and where it goes. What we spend it on. And guess what? All the people that contribute money get the same receipts. They get a monthly update on what we're doing. Some of them are members, physical members of our organization. Some of them are just contributors. And it's funny, they've chose to fund me. And you said in one of your posts that about sharing the money with our group, you could do that and you let people choose by that method what group they wanted to support. And isn't it obviously clear who they chose to support? Our group right now, just on Facebook, this isn't our tangible organization, just our Facebook outreach, has 531 members compared to the Talk About the New Confederate Army, which has 273. Our Facebook page for the Defenders of the Confederate Cross has approximately 482 likes. And let me look up the New Confederate Army. Well, I can't find it. I don't even know if there is one. And I'm not going to go in detail trying to find it. But the point of it is, you're trying to make this into a competition when I've said many times I didn't want to compete with the new Confederate Army. And there's several reasons why. One, it's logistically impossible for us to move a lot of operations out to the state of Texas and set up new camps there when we can do it in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, just as easy. Two, what am I competing against? You're broke. If you lack the funds to do what your organization has set out to do, that means you're broke. You're a dead ship in the water. Don't take it out on us because your ship isn't flowing. It's like if we're two ships, we're pulling ahead and your engine is stopped. You have no propeller. It's like a good friend of mine that said when we was talking about this today after I read your post where you call all of us Nazis, Klansmen, fascists, and all that good stuff, he said, you need to tell this guy that in order to be a captain, one must learn to sail first. So that's what I'm doing. I'm basically, you want to know why people are not donating. You get mad because you scream at them and you say, you need to pull out your damn wallet and donate to the new Confederate Army. And I'm sure you got a small following of people. And I'm not here to pull down the new Confederate Army, like I said. I want to see y'all survive because we're going to need some help out in the western states when it comes to actually doing something. But the second thing I want to point out, or I want to ask, I want to bring the challenge up. What is the new, you said the new Confederate Army has been around for 2.5 years. What has it done in the 2.5 years? I've researched it. I've had people research it for me. But I haven't found anything. Not one smidgen of anything. You could probably say the same about us, but we're only 3 months old. Just a little over 3 months old. So before you go calling anybody fascist and all these kind of degrading names, remember two things. Your boat is not big enough to take on this battleship, and you're a man that's living in a glass house and you just threw rocks at a man that has a catapult. And I don't back down, and I never lose. And if I do lose, which I'm not in this case, because you did say one time you would come after this group with everything you got, which is 0. Don't make me use our war chest to defeat you. But if you're members of the new Confederate Army, your organization can survive. Only thing you got to do is get Goodson out of the commanding spot. I suggest to put J.D. Wilson in charge. He's the only one that makes any sense over there I've heard from lately. He's a good man, and that's who needs to be in charge over there. Not some hot-headed fool that runs off at the mouth every time he doesn't get his way and throw a temper tantrum like a 3-year-old little girl. So, what's going to happen now? Well, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You can come over here and you can try to combat us with words or not, but I'm telling you this. Don't make us go to the war chest. You won't last 5 minutes against us. And I'm not talking about in a physical sense. I'm talking about no one will ever listen to you again. You have a small group of followers as it is. J.D. Wilson should be the commanding general of the new Confederate Army. Not because I didn't want it, because he's the only one that's making any sense. He's the only one over there who wants to support the true cause of the South. You're over there fighting everybody who wants to do it and the way they do it, because I disrespect you because I question you. You may be the commanding general of the new Confederate Army, but as far as this group goes, I'm the chairman of the group. I am the founder of this group. If I need to, I will have the last word in anything done. But I delegate my responsibility and my authorities to other leaders. So until your chain of command or you yourself can figure out how to work together with other groups and stop calling people names, I suggest you not speak anymore. The time has come for everyone who's going to see this video to make a choice. Either you're going to give your money to a broke old man from Delhart, Texas, or you can join a group for free and make something happen. It's your choice. By the way, General, just so we're all on the same page, the treasurer did call me today of our group and say that a contributor that read your post doubled his contribution to us, which was in the thousands. So now our bank account will be growing. Bravo. Keep posting on, and may God bless you. And may God bless Dixie.